Hello everyone, my name is Chief Landless and I'm back once again bringing you guys some more Halo 4 videos. This time I'm going to be covering what I think is the best secondary weapon in Halo 4. Yes, in Halo 4 you have custom loaders and you have the ability to choose 3 different secondary weapons. And those secondary weapons include the UNSC Magnum, the Covenant Plasma Pistol, and the new Promethean Bolt Shot Pistol. So, I hope you guys enjoy, and we're going to start breaking down some stats about the guns and comparing them between each other and figuring out which one is the best, and you may see a prominent usage of one of them in the gameplay that you're watching. We are watching some Adrift gameplay of mine, playing some Regicide, so I hope you guys enjoy. We're using the Covenant Carbine, which I think is a pretty good primary weapon. I'm still trying to figure out which is the best primary weapon, so that video will be coming shortly. But we're talking about pistols this time around, and as you can see, I'm using the Promethean Bolt Shot Pistol, and I think it is the best secondary weapon in Halo 4, and without further ado, let's get on in and explaining why. Let's talk about the UNSC Magnum. It has a magazine capacity of 8 rounds. Now it takes, at minimum, 6 shots to kill an enemy. That is provided that your final shot is a headshot, because the Magnum has the capacity to kill with a single headshot once the shields are down. Now it requires 5 shots to take down the shield, and the Magnum, like I said, has the opportunity to finish off an enemy player without shields with one single headshot. But if you do not aim to the head, it requires 3 more shots to the body to kill the enemy. Now let's talk about the Covenant Plasma Pistol. We all know that the Covenant Plasma Pistol has 2 alternative firing modes, and unlike the other pistols, it doesn't have a sort of magazine. It runs on a battery, so you cannot go find extra ammo for the pistol. You have to use it up and go find another one if you want to essentially, keep on shooting and using it. So with that being said, the Plasma Pistol has 2 firing modes, and I'm going to be talking about the stats for both modes. First, let's talk about the single fire mode and then the charge fire mode. When firing in single fire mode, the Covenant Plasma Pistol has 61 shots in its battery, and out of those 61 shots that you have available to you, it takes 12 of those to kill a player. So, figuratively, you have the ability to kill 5 players with a single plasma pistol, with a few bullets left on over, just in case if you miss a few. But, the plasma pistol, out of those 12 that it takes to kill somebody, it takes 4 of those shots to drop down the enemy shields. Once the enemy shields have been dropped, it takes a staggering 8 more shots to finish off the enemy. Doesn't matter where you shoot the enemy, it still takes 8 more. That is twice the amount of bullets it takes to drop down the shields to finish off the player. This is absolutely ridiculous. I had to test out these stats for myself, and I can confirm that it does take a staggering 8 shots after the shields are down. This is all because the Covenant Plasma Pistol does not have the capability to kill an enemy player when their shields are down with a single bullet to the head, whereas the other 2 pistols do have this capability. But now let's move on to the charged fire mode in the Plasma Pistol. Now for the charged fire mode, if you use the battery efficiently, you can fire 4 charged shots with the Plasma Pistol. Although you can hold down the trigger and overcharge 1 shot to 100% worth of the battery, I strongly recommend that you guys do not do this, as it will have the same power as if you did for 25% of the battery. So make sure you keep an eye on the indicator on the actual weapon itself. It'll tell you when it has fully charged, and therefore you can use the battery efficiently. So let's move on to more stats within the charge shot. It takes 4 charge shots from the plasma pistol to kill an enemy. Out of those 4, it takes 1 of those to drop down the enemy shields. After the enemy shields have been taken down, it takes 3 more charge shots to kill an enemy after the shields are down, which is ridiculous, basically expending the entire battery's worth of your plasma pistol, rendering it useless after killing 1 person. Even though you can combine the different alternative firing modes, say if you overcharge the pistol to take down the shields with 1 shot, it still takes a further 6 single fire shots to kill an enemy after their shields are down. That is why I say that the Covenant Plasma Pistol, it is the worst secondary weapon to choose in Halo 4. Although I am comparing just the capability to kill with just using these secondary weapons. This outside of using it with different weapons means that the Plasma Pistol can be very useful in different situations. Unlike the other pistols, the Plasma Pistol has the capability to EMP vehicles and slow them down. So in a vehicle fight, it is the most useful pistol in that regard. But also, it is more commonly used in the noob combo combination. The noob combo combination is when you overcharge the plasma pistol to take down the shields, and then you swap to your primary weapon, preferably a single fire weapon such as the DMR or the battle rifle, and then you fire 1 shot to the head to kill them. That is what the noob combo is, and that is why the plasma pistol is great for that situation. But as the plasma pistol stands by itself, it is the worst secondary weapon to use in Halo 4. Now let's talk about the new Promethean pistol, the Bolt Shot. Now the Bolt Shot, like the plasma pistol, has 2 firing modes, a regular single fire mode and a charge shot. So I'll be talking about stats for both firing modes for this pistol. For the single fire mode, it takes 11 shots to kill with the Promethean bolt shot, even though its magazine capacity only has 10 in one clip. So unfortunately, you do have to reload. But unlike the plasma pistol, the Promethean bolt shot has the capability of picking up extra rounds off the ground. So it has the capability of restocking ammo, whereas the plasma pistol doesn't. In the best case scenario, like I said, it does take the bolt shot 11 shots to kill with single fire mode. Out of those 11, it takes 10 of those to drop the entire shield and that one last bullet to the head to finish off the enemy. Now, like I said, the bolt shot and the Magnum are the only two pistols that have the capability of finishing off a player with a single bullet to the head. Now, provided that you do not go for this headshot, it does take a further 6 more rounds to the body to finish off an enemy player once their shields are down. So this does require a reload. After you fire your 10 shots to take down their shield, you have to fire 6 more shots out of your next clip to the body to finish off the player without their shields. Whereas with the regular firing mode and to the head, you still have to reload and use 1 bullet out of the next clip after the shields are down to take it down with a headshot. Now let's move on to the stats about the alternative fire mode for the bolt shot. The bolt shot has the capability of firing 2 charge shots within 1 magazine, as each charge shot expends half of the ammo in 1 clip. Now, if used efficiently and at optimal close range combat, the charge shot has the capability of killing an enemy player in 1 charge shot at close range. That being said, though, the charge shot is affected by range. The further you are away from an enemy, the more single fire shots you'll have to put into afterwards to kill an enemy. When you do charge the shot, though, the reticle expands, revealing 3 rings. If you fill an enemy player within all 3 rings, you'll kill them in 1 shot. If you fill them up in only 2 rings, the charge shot will only deplete their shields and require 1 more shot to the body or head to finish off the player, and so forth as the range extends up until the range becomes ineffective and the weapon becomes useless. So that concludes the gun stats. In conclusion, we have that only 2 pistols, the Magnum and the Promethean bolt shot, have the capability of killing an enemy with 1 shot to the head after the shields are down. But we have 2 pistols that have the capability of having 2 alternative fire modes. One of them completely depleting the shields, and the other one affected by range, and depending on the range, can kill in a single shot or not, and progressively 1 bullet afterwards. So that being said, though, I can conclude, though, in my opinion, that the Promethean bolt shot is the best pistol to use in Halo 4's multiplayer. And here's why. You're generally not supposed to be running into the battlefield expecting to kill everybody with just a secondary weapon. You're supposed to be using your primary weapon about 90% of the time, and only use your secondary weapon when you're supposed to be cleaning up a kill when you have run out of ammo or do not have enough time to reload your primary weapon. You quickly swap to your secondary weapon, provided that you have taken out a majority of their shields with the primary weapon already, and then you can quickly clean up your kill with a secondary weapon. That is why I choose the bolt shot as the best secondary weapon to complement in the actual battlefield, because it has the capability of killing off an enemy with single shots to the head like the Magnum, but it beats the Magnum at close range combat with its charged shot, because people will not be expecting a charged light shotgun round at close range combat, because people can generally know when an ordnance has landed on the map containing a shotgun. The shotguns are not very common in Halo 4's multiplayer currently, so they cannot be expecting a shotgun round to happen too often. So with this hidden within the pistol, I can safely say that the Promethean bolt shot pistol is the best pistol aside from its gun stats, because of the situations generated within the battlefield while playing Halo 4's multiplayer. Alrighty guys, that is it for me this time around. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave me your thoughts down below if maybe I'm in the wrong, and present your argument. I'm generally curious of what you guys think. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like over a favorite, as it greatly helps out my channel, and stay tuned for more Halo 4 news, content, Let's Plays, and more on my channel in the days to come. My name's Chief Lanless, and I'm signing out.